Breaking news tonight at 5. Day 10 of protests in Seattle, and the rallies continue. KIRO 7's team coverage is live, talking to police and protesters. Plus, 6 SPD officers were hurt and demonstrators were met with pepper spray and blast balls yesterday. Tonight, the new effort to oust Seattle's mayor over the handling of demonstrations. Mayor Durkan plans to speak at 6:30 p.m. live right here on KIRO 7. But first, we are in the middle of a huge march and protest happening right now in South Seattle. So let's get straight to KIRO 7's Ryan Sims with the protesters. Ryan.
Yeah, hey, Lindsay, unlike some of the other protests we've seen that the marches end at a park or a community center, this one is very, very different, and it's huge. Take a look. This is a parking lot of Safeway. We are in the Rainier parking lot Safeway, and you can see right now with the live look, it is an absolute sea of people here. And this march got done through Rainier and through Othello about half an hour ago, and we are seeing people just hanging out in this lot. It has been extremely peaceful so far. We're seeing people just, again, just really chilling here in the lot. Drinks are being handed out. We're seeing people just essentially just hang out for minutes on end here, and by my estimation, I would say that there is easily 1,000, if not far more people in this crowd. It's been interesting too, because we've been trying to see some of the shoppers at Safeway who came here about 30 minutes ago before the march came here. They've been trying to leave the parking lot, and as you can see on the screen, getting out of here is no easy task. We just talked to a lady a few minutes ago who went into the Safeway before the march got here. She came out to all of this, was shocked. She decided to give up. She's now part of this crowd too, supporting Black Lives Matter. This protest, we should mention today, has been extremely peaceful. It has also been organized. We don't know how long people are going to be out here in the Safeway lot, but what we do know is that, again, it has been incredibly organized and peaceful. As for the protesters, the marchers who have come here today, they said that they felt a duty to be out here on a Sunday. This is some of what they told us earlier.
It's just really heartening just to see that people are still coming out every single day and making it really their job to be shoving this in people's faces and showing people this is what matters to us right now, and this is what needs to matter to you as well.
And judging from these images you're seeing on the screen, plenty of people agree with that. Throughout this whole day, we have heard chants of George Floyd's name, also Breonna Taylor's name. One of the favorite chants that they also were saying here is, "Hey ho, racist cops have to go." We heard that throughout this afternoon. But again, to reemphasize this, everything has been peaceful so far. We actually saw the group of bicyclists out here again. They were providing traffic control. Saw basically no police officers out here at all. Again, it was a grassroots effort of bicyclists getting everybody here, making sure people didn't wander into businesses, wander into streets. It has been quite organized, and the takeaway here is also quite peaceful. But we will make sure to monitor any changes that happen, and we're going to be back here from the Safeway parking lot in about a half an hour. Live from Rainier tonight, Ryan Sims, KIRO 7 News.
And our team coverage of protests continues with KIRO 7's Michael Spears. He is live where people are protesting on Capitol Hill. And Michael, you just heard from Police Chief Carmen Best.
Yeah, we spoke to Police Chief Carmen Best here outside the East Police Precinct. You can see there are a lot of folks out here again today as we enter in another week of demonstrations. And as they chant and we see familiar images over the last couple of days, we did hear from the chief who talked about some changes that are in the work after yesterday's use of force that included pepper spray and also flashbangs that generated a lot of criticism, not only from protesters, but also from city council members. So in the last hour, the police chief talked about SPD changing their posturing. And as you look live at the crowd, you notice at the western barricade right here, we do not see the officers lined up at this barricade as we've seen over the last more than a week in the riot gear, which has been a point of contention for folks as far as optics. So SPD talked about changing its visibility, changing its posture. Today they reinforced that barrier here at 11. That allows officers to move back some. So when we caught up to the police chief, she acknowledged that these have been largely peaceful demonstrators, but talked about some of the folks who are inside the demonstration that have been working to make problems, and talked about changing things and also working to keep her officers and the folks here safe. Take a listen.
Additionally, we moved all of our resources, most of them off of Pine Street and into our facilities so that there's not a high level of visibility for officers. And we found that people have said that creates some concern with the crowd. They feel like it's very militarized, so we want to move away from that posture and that footprint.
So Seattle police say with the changes as far as visibility and what they call their posture, we did see them boarding up, and that's what you're looking at here, the East Precinct windows. And part of that, they say, is pretty much a contingency plan, just to be safe, prepared with fewer officers up at the police barricade to make sure the place is protected. So here live, you can see folks chanting, as we've seen similar images over the last more than week, folks with their hands in the air. Coming up at 5:30, we talked to the police chief more about de-escalation, and she talked about bringing people in to work with police to make that happen. We'll have more coming up at 5:30 here on KIRO 7. Back to you.
All right, thank you, Michael. Newly released video tonight captures the moment things took a turn on Capitol Hill yesterday, and that led to chaos and injuries against officers. Chase Burns with a stranger shared this video with KIRO 7. He says it began when officers in the area of 11th and Pine demanded that protesters move back 5 feet.
Please back away from the bicycle fencing. If you want a peaceful protest, back away from the bicycle fencing.
Well, Burns says that the crowd kept resisting until things escalated. SPD says some demonstrators threw rocks, bottles, and improvised explosives, while police used blast balls and pepper spray to disperse the crowd. 6 police officers were hurt. 2 were taken to the hospital. The standoff continued last night into the evening hours. Seattle Mayor Jenny Durkan may soon be in a fight for her political life. City Council member Shama Sawant says she will file articles of impeachment if the mayor does not resign. KIRO 7's Deborah Horn is live at Seattle City Hall. And Deborah, this all comes in the middle of protests that have sometimes turned violent.
In fact, that, Lindsay, is why the council member is calling for the mayor's head for what the Democratic Socialist calls the Seattle Police Department's militaristic tactics to spread fear among ordinary people. In a statement yesterday calling for the mayor's resignation, Sawant wrote, "The responsibility for this vicious targeting of those overwhelmingly peaceful protests in Seattle lies with Mayor Jenny Durkan. It is my duty to join with the rapidly growing calls in the community for Jenny Durkan to step down." Now, we heard criticism very much like that from protesters Saturday night after Seattle police deployed flashbangs and balls to disperse the crowd pushing on the SPD East Precinct.
We were still hundreds of feet from their precinct, and that's what they said the reason why they came at us for it.
And then they started flashbangs, used gas on us again, even though Durkan said that she wouldn't, so she's a liar.
But Seattle Police Chief Carmen Best told us last night the officers reacted only when protesters started pelting them with incendiary devices Saturday night. She says 6 officers were injured, 2 seriously enough to require hospital treatment. Now, we are here in the Rainier Beach area. We did not go to City Hall because it's here that Shama Sawant has been marching and where she says she will talk to us. We're hoping to talk to her and get it to you in about a half hour. As for the mayor, a spokesperson says in a statement she will not be, quote, distracted from the critical work that lies ahead. Of course, she is to hold a news conference in about an hour and a half, and we will be monitoring that as well. For now, reporting live in Rainier Beach, Deborah Horn, KIRO 7 News.
Thank you, Deborah. And taking a look at Seattle City Code, a mayor accused of violating their duties may be removed from office after a hearing. The council must give at least 5 days written notice, and the mayor may show up in her defense. 2/3 of the council must then vote against the mayor to vacate the office. This comes several years after the council discussed possible impeachment proceedings against former Mayor Ed Murray. He later resigned over sexual abuse allegations.